Hi everyone, my name is Miami Gold, and I am here with the lovely and phenomenal CEO and founder of Women Work Better Together and A&R, Abby B. Abby, how are you?
Hi, I'm getting you.
I am fabulous. We're so excited to get to know your story and just how did you become the boss woman you are today?
Thank you.
Of course. So I just want to do a quick icebreaker. What artists are you currently listening to?
Right now, see, I'll be listening to like old school R&B every day.
Same.
But new artists, I'm listening to like the Dirk and Baby
Mhm.
project. I like that. I got that on repeat. Who else is like new that I'm listening to? I'm stuck back in the days. Like I'm listening to Dangerously in Love.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
like
Brandy, Never Say Never. And old school R&B does not compare to new school, but I don't want to be biased, so I'm just going to keep it simple. And
it's a lot of old school, but new stuff definitely right now. Dirk and Baby project I like a lot. Yeah, everything else, like anything that's new, I'm listening to, but that playlist is definitely R&B, old R&B.
love it. And so outside is opening back up festivals and just concerts in general. What shows or artists are you looking forward to watching?
Everybody, because I'm trying to be at every concert because outside is open. So I'm outside
I want to be everywhere.
everywhere.
Nice, nice. All right, so we're just gonna hop. Go ahead.
I said every festival I'm trying to be at.
Every festival, especially Rolling Loud, which is next week.
I've never been. Oh
No,
no, I've been to Rolling Loud LA. I never been to the Miami one. And I never been to Coachella.
wait, you didn't go to the Rolling Loud in New York?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm shocked. That's crazy.
year, this year I'm doing everything. I'm going to every festival, everywhere. I'm going
Oh my
everywhere.
goodness. Okay, so you're looking forward to everybody. What was the best concert you've ever attended?
Beyonce.
Formation?
No, this was damn, what album was this? This was like 2013, 14.
Oh wow, that's
A minute ago. But to this day, it's my favorite concert ever because she's just like an amazing entertainer.
yeah, she puts on a show. I think I went to I think it was the Formation concert. That was the first time I ever saw her and I'm just like I knew she was famous, but I didn't know she was that famous. So Beyonce, I agree. So
Mhm.
so we're gonna hop into the questions. So before you got into music, your first love overall is film, and you started off, yeah, you started off as a PA on sets. But what was the defining moment that made you want to work in the music industry?
Okay, so yeah, my first love was film. Like I never had a vision of being an A&R or in music. So I had got this casting director internship to try to maneuver myself into film. So she just so happened to be casting director for music videos. So I would come on set. And even at that point, like I'm at music video sets and I'm still not thinking like, oh, I want to do music.
Mm,
But then fast forward to like 2015, I want to say, I started throwing a cipher.
mm,
Like I just want to do events to make people showcase their talent or whatever the case is. So I started doing ciphers and people would be like, oh, you should be a PR, you should be an A&R. And I'm like, okay, what's a PR, A&R? They'd be like, like you could be like the next Karen Civil. I'm like, who's Karen Civil? Like I really know nothing about like the music industry. Like I don't
mm,
know those people. So I started doing my research. I started looking at interviews and like with all these people in the music industry. I started looking into what was an A&R, what was
mm,
a PR. And like, like I started teaching myself and I'm like, you know
mm,
what? I do want to do this because I like showcasing talent. Like I will
mm,
promote artists that I never knew on my page, on my
mm.
YouTube. I'll do interviews with them. Like it was just something that I like to do. So I started doing my research and I'm like, okay, let me get an internship. So that was my first step. I got an internship, then I found my first artist. I actually found my first artist before I got hired.
Wow.
I found my first artist, and then right there I had got hired, and then I was just full mode A&R.
Love that. So you're an A&R. What is the most, because it's a challenging career and each day looks different, but it's rewarding. So what is the most rewarding part about being an A&R?
For me, it's the fact that you can like help someone change their life. Like you can help someone, make their dreams come true.
Mhm.
So for me, that's what it is.
Got it. And so I personally follow you on Instagram and I can get a
And we
glimpse
help
of.
each other.
Yes, we follow each other on Instagram, and I've been able to see her grow in her career. And each day, no day looks the same. So typically, when people think of A&R, they think of like back in the day, going out to clubs, going out to bars to discover talent. But in 2021, what does a typical day of an A&R look like?
So if you're talking about like a typical A&R research, like how
Mm,
to find talent,
mm,
it's definitely online. But I do like to go outside and like go
mm,
to talent shows and if somebody's having I'll put up to your session. Like
mm,
somebody's like recording and like this whole week it's like I'm putting up to like different people
mm.
studio session, like so you could feel like you get to meet the artist in person and just hear what they've been working on. So yeah, it's different ways. Every day is different. Like today you might be in the mood like, let me go to an open mic,
Mhm,
or today is like, let me just stay on YouTube for 4 hours and
mhm.
like find the next artist.
Love that. And one thing that I really admire about like, just your work ethic and what you do is you create an organic bond with your artist and it genuinely feels like you care about them. So, what is the importance of an A&R having that relationship with their artist so that you guys can create phenomenal music?
I mean, I feel like when the chemistry is better and when y'all actually know each other and like the artist is able to be their self and be comfortable
Mm,
around you, it's just a better environment. And you can't make good music in a bad environment. Like you need the vibes. Like it's all about the
exactly.
vibes. So I feel like it's important with whoever you work with, like even if you're not an A&R, to have a solid, like a real relationship with your artist if you care about them.
Mm,
Like business is business, but you still want to be able to just have a vibe.
mm.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier you started off as an intern, and it seemed like your career just skyrocketed. But listen, a road to success is not a straight line. You had to do many things. Like you worked at the Travis Scott video, you worked at the Wale videos. But what obstacles did you have to overcome to become an A&R?
Um, I feel like just like all right. I feel like for me it was more so like convincing everybody around you that this is like an actual job or
Mm,
like for instance, like do your parents they support you in being in music or like they wanted you to go do something else? Like they probably don't fully understand what is it.
my parents are foreign, so they're like, "What's going on over here?"
They're like kind of confused. Like they don't really know.
Yes.
Like I'm pretty sure you're probably like the first person in your family to be in.
Yep.
You are right,
Yes.
right. So it's like stuff like that. Like you gotta like know, like no, this is something I want to do, and even
Mm,
if nobody around me really gets it. Like
mm,
you gotta get it. Like you gotta keep yourself motivated to
mm.
get to that goal. So yeah. And,
So
intern is not that easy. You ain't
it's
getting
not.
paid. So you gotta keep you motivated. Yeah.
The pay is low if you get paid, but we're not going to talk about that part. So you mentioned, I love that you mentioned like family and just support system. How do you feel like your overall support system made you the woman that you are today, and just like overall motivated you to keep going?
I think because my parents always was like, they're always those parents like, do what makes you happy or like follow
Mm,
your dreams. Like, whatever you need, we got you. But like, follow your dream. Like, become somebody. Like, know your purpose and like, so
mm.
it keeps me motivated.
Love that. And so you're walking into a new chapter of your life. But so far, what has been the most fulfilling experience in your career?
It would be helping someone, like just seeing like like when I worked with Laquel, like just seeing someone like start their whole career and like, like just seeing that moment and it's like, wow, like you really did it. Like
Mhm.
that's like amazing. Yeah.
Love that. So let's talk about like the creative process when you're going in to create a record. How do you prepare your artists to make sure that they're getting the most out of that experience, but also making sure that the artists are delivering to their fan base? What's your creative process like?
Okay. So my creative process, like It's first making sure that I'm like lining up the right producers that fit my artist sound. Like I'm not just gonna put them in with anybody. Like it has to make sense. So it's like just seeing that, just noticing like, okay, this producer or this writer might be a good person to get in the studio with. And then from there, it's like they do their own thing. So it's like I'm just connecting the dots basically.
Got it. And so, what advice would you give to young artists hoping to get noticed by you?
Ah, send me your music. But also like you gotta make me believe. You know what I'm saying? Like just be you, be yourself. And I always feel like if you're doing the right thing, people is gonna notice, you know? Like
Mhm.
send me music, but just be yourself. Like make sure you're portraying the right image out there for people that you wanna attract.
I love that. So I really want to get into women work better together because that's real. Listen, I believe it was 2 years ago when I saw Abby hosting a workshop, and I live in Maryland. I'm from Maryland. I was just like, I have to get to New York. This girl is doing amazing work, and I've never seen anything like this. So, what was the inspiration? Like, what caused you to create Women Work Better Together?
But so it was basically me basically wanting to be in the industry. So it was the gram, like I was seeing a lot of different girls, like, okay, like she does something similar to me, like, okay, this one does, like, so it's like, yo, it's mad other girls out there like me. And I just feel like, yeah, we want to connect with people that know more than us and like the people above us or whatever the case is. But it's like I want to connect with my peers too. Like I feel like we can help each other. So that was like my main thing. Like my main purpose of creating the organization was really for girls to connect. And like when you connect, you could make something special. So it's like
Exactly.
I wanted to connect and also help other people. So that's why I started doing panels. So you could come to my panels and you could learn from somebody that's in this industry that you aspire to be in and get some knowledge from them and connect with them. And you never know, like I it's so many people that I'm connected. I see they still stay in contact with each other. They probably didn't help each other get a job. Like it's just important to network, and why not do it with your peers or people that's similar to you.
Got it. And so it's been going on for almost 2 years now, just based on like what I discovered. But how do you feel like that role has shaped you into the CEO that you are in A&R, and just like as a woman in general?
um like I really value the importance of sisterhood. Like it's like it made it like a lifestyle.
Mm,
Like like you just gotta be that person. Like you can't, like you just can't think a certain way. Like you have to like live up to it. Like it's like I'm really trying to live up to helping other girls, like
mm,
girls that's coming in the industry after me,
mm,
or like girls that's like my age group or my generation. Like
mm.
it's like I made it like a thing for me. It's like I'm gonna live by this. Like I'm gonna always connect, always help, like as much as I can. Like it's like a real thing. Like it's not a fake woman empowerment group, or
Mhm.
I want to like really be that person. Like I live by it.
I love that. And I love like you're creating actual sisterhood and genuine bonds, but also what you mentioned is they're helping each other gain careers, which is very important. I feel like also in just like corporate America, it's very important to see people that look like us, aka black people, but black women. And so you also host interview lives on your actual Instagram. So how do you find balance to work as an A&R, but also as a CEO?
So like for my interview, shout out to my girl Ivy. Her Instagram
Maybe.
is Ivy like blue. I love her down. So like yeah, like she helps me a lot with that. Like she's like the girl. Like she does all the interviews. Like she helps me out a lot. And it's just like I just make it work. Like it's a
Mhm.
balance. Because like I said, at the end of the day, like we really live by that. Like it's not just for the gram. It's like real life. Like
Mhm.
it's a sisterhood. So
Yeah,
it's like I help her, she helps me, and like we get the shit done together. So you just gotta find balance. Like it's 24 hours in a day. Like you'll be
no
like,
excuses.
there's no excuses. You can make a lot of things happen in 24 hours in a day.
I love that. And I kind of want to dig deep into like your filming background. Do you hope to eventually transition to scoring films, but also possibly music supervising for like television shows? Do you want
Yeah.
to go into that?
Everything. I want to do everything. I want to do everything. Yes, I have thought about that.
I love that. So, what is your favorite movie soundtrack?
Damn, I don't know my favorite movie soundtrack on the top of my head. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one.
What's your favorite movie then?
My favorite movie is probably He Got Game by Spike Lee.
I've never seen.
Yeah, I'm like really like just I'm like stuck back then. Like, yeah, this movie probably came out before I was born, but it's like my favorite movie.
I
Like,
didn't see
yeah,
that.
He
I
Got Game and Love Jones. I love Love Jones.
Yes. Oh my god, and it's on Netflix right now too.
I saw it like 2 times last week.
Oh my, it's so good. I'm just like, okay, I'm stuck in the '90s too, so I'm just happy that other people like close in age to me are stuck there because I'm just.
He Got Game. Yes, I could watch that movie over and over. Paid in Full is another movie I could watch over and
Have I
over.
seen that? Yes, I have. Okay, don't judge me.
Okay.
I saw it once, and I felt like it was just like pressure out of like it's the black card. They're gonna take my black card if I have not seen it, so I have to catch up.
Yeah, like everybody doesn't watch Paid in Full. Like, if there's somebody I know that didn't watch Paid in Full, it's like, what are you doing?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. So let's get back into A&Ring. What advice would you give to other aspiring A&Rs?
Let me think about an advice somebody gave me. Um,
And you have great people around you, so I bet the advice you're about to give us is top.
but I would say somebody like trying to become an A&R is just like if there's something they really want to do, like just don't ever give up because it is challenging because it's like it all depends on artists that you sign and but it's like if this is your passion, just go for it and just never give up.
Love that. So you're an A&R, you're a CEO, you're gonna go into film eventually. Like you do it all, and I'm just excited to see you grow in your career. And just like in the short time that I have, like basically like known you from a distance, you've accomplished so much. But what do you hope to accomplish in general for women in the music industry?
I want to see more women in the music industry.
Mm,
Like that's like yes, like I want it to be like a couple of years from now, like whoever the next generation after me is like, they don't have to say what we've been saying, how the industry is male dominated. Like
mm,
maybe they'll see it as being equal.
mm.
Like it's not a male dominated industry. So yeah, hopefully.
I love that. And we're going to go into the next question. And you can just give us a little bit preview if you're comfortable with that. Lastly, what is next for you?
um, what is next for me? Definitely just, I'm just elevating.
Okay, I'm off. Listen, I'm off to the top. There's no stopping you.
Yeah, I'm just elevating.
Oh my God. I love that. And then I love to ask this question at every interview. When it's all said and done and you've accomplished every goal on your list, what do you hope Abby B is remembered for?
That's a lot. For making like a difference. Like I don't only want to be just that they doing construction in my
You're
building.
good.
A lot going on right now. Like I just want to make a difference. Like I'm really big into like community stuff too. So like mentorship programs and all that, like those things matter to me.
Mhm.
It's like I want to be known for like just making a difference in my community, making a difference in the industry as much as I can. And like, yeah, legend. Yeah.
Love that. You heard it here, folks. First, this is a legend in the making, and just continue watching her because she is top tier, amazing. Abby, again.
We're gonna continue watching you because you're doing good things too.
Oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, you're one, like I mentioned before, you're one of my inspirations. So it's just like, I
Thank
have to continue. It's just one of those things where if you see someone else elevating, that should motivate you also to elevate your own life. So
so many people on Instagram that they don't even know how they be motivating me. Like I'm just like, oh no, she's doing her thing. Like yeah, like now I'm motivated. Like So
Get
that's important. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that. So do you have any last words for us?
No, thanks for having me.
Thank you.